Always great to speak with Charlotte, former women's champion, unfortunately, but chance to.
Naked.
you look beautiful. First of all, this is how a Flair's supposed to, at least the lady Flair is supposed to look on a red carpet.
Well, you look gorgeous, and maybe I should have wore a tie. I feel,
You're fine.
the way you look, it's amazing.
So I hate saying former, but at the same time, you have a chance to get that championship.
Two-time.
Yeah, absolutely. Two-time coming up on Sunday. Obviously, a huge chance for you to steal the show once again. I heard you recently quoted as saying, you want to just change the game. You want to be a great women's wrestler. What does that mean to you?
Oh, that's a dynamic question. Well, obviously, the transition from divas to superstars was huge. And not that I found anything wrong with the term diva, because for me, growing up playing sports, not really, being the model-esque type, I thought, being me and being called the Divas Champion was awesome. But just overall getting more time, more storylines, for instance, being on the cover of 2K. Things like that really, also drafted third, but second overall in Raw for women was huge, meaning that a female was that important to that brand and the flagship show in terms of storylines and, bringing in fans means a lot. But most importantly, when people watch me or the other women wrestle, I don't want them to be like, oh, these are, it's a women's match. No, this is a wrestling match, and it's just as physical, and the storytelling is just the same.
Any pressure going into Sunday? Because not only for the championship, but you two have chemistry together.
Yeah.
You always steal the show, like Doug said. Is there pressure going into Sunday?
There's always pressure, but I feel as if Sasha and I have this, we both want to be the best. So, not that the other girls don't want to be the best, but her and I just, we want to steal the show, but the pressure is more, we just put it on ourselves because that's who we are, and we wouldn't be here today if we weren't nervous. It's not like, oh, we've done this before, we did it at WrestleMania. It's just natural. If there wasn't pressure, then we would be in the wrong place.
You talk about being a great women's wrestler. You're just a great wrestler. At the same time, I know you enough to say that you're a student of the game. So who are some of the men or women that you look at, that you watch tape on, that you try to emulate when you go out there, at least in terms of some of the nuances of it?
Okay, so crazy answer. Yes, my dad was Ric Flair growing up, but I necessarily didn't really watch the other wrestlers. So when I started wrestling, there wasn't a particular guy or female that I watched. I was kind of sculpted by watching Bayley, Sasha, and Becky, and Paige and Emma, because that's who I trained with every day, and that's how I fell in love with wrestling. So I took pieces of each one of them, and that's because I had no prior experience, so I was a blank slate when all of them had prior experience, so they already knew how to wrestle. So being with them, but in terms of I watch a lot of my dad. I love Shawn Michaels, even though I'm kind of like his size. I need to pick a bigger wrestler. That sounds terrible, but
Not really. You do the moonsault off the top rope. You can fly.
Well, when my dad, when he retired, it was inducted in the Hall of Fame the first time, I remember my brother asking me, he's like, Dad, you can't do a moonsault. So when I started wrestling, I was like, oh, I got to do a moonsault because, Shawn Michaels and my brother always, so, yeah.
Now, I grew up watching your father. Now I have a daughter that's growing up watching you. Stop doing bad things. I don't need my daughter picking up any bad habits.
So
You
much
being
more
such a
fun to be
heel
bad.
every Monday night.
I got the Charlotte suck chance on Monday, finally on TV, and I was like, yes, thank you. It was so good.
And we love the wink, too. We love the wink.
I know. Actually, you guys tweeted me one time, there was no wink, but it was because I rolled in and hit my head on the ropes, and I was like, oh, how do I hide that? It threw me off my game.
Camera 2, please. Let's go to the B shot, please.
4 years, I've never hit my head on the ropes. Yeah.
Now I'm going to say something completely different if we see Sasha tonight, but I really do hope you win at SummerSlam and get that title. But my answer could completely change if we talk to Sasha.
Well, we know they're going to steal the show.
Yeah,
Dave.
absolutely.
I mean, it's just it's almost a formality at this point. Like Dave said, the chemistry is there. There's just a ring to it.
She's my Steamboat.
I love it.
Oh, I love it. And in all honesty, when you think about the matchup coming up, when we're talking about it, you get that kind of tingle. That is how you know that it's not women's wrestling. It's just wrestling.
Yes.
I say Becky's my Sting, Sasha's my Steamboat, and Bailey's my Dusty.
Love
You
it.
can't go wrong there.
That's a wrap like that. Perfect. Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Thank you, guys.